Let's see if it's working, everybody. Give me a second, give me a second, give me a second. We had some technical issues before. Are we live? Yes, we are. Finally we are live. Yeah, we had some technical issues, everybody. I'm sorry. Let's see just if we are live simultaneously. Javan was on my stream, you know. Not his fault, you know. OBS and YouTube made a mess this morning, so alright. Okay, yeah, no worry, Marcus. Alright, everybody, good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Let's start. I'm sorry we had technical problems, you know. I'm late 30 minutes. Anyway, never forget, trading is a learnable skill, everybody. The goal is to bring you from zero to a millionaire trader in 3 years on average in an institutional way, right? You're first an analyst, then you become a trader. And never forget, you know, you're going to graduate from this course when number one, you have your chart set up and ready for trading. Number two, you have your strategy in place, you understand why you win, why you lose. And number three, you have a complete understanding of how this market works, so you can analyze the market and make an educated prediction. Risk disclaimer, this stream is not trading or investment advice, everybody. We are here to learn, okay? And for homeworks, you know, you have my Gmail. Connect on Teams, everybody. Education of passion, you know. Follow our analysts on demand, okay, everybody. If we go to YouTube, all right, you have analysts on demand. So simultaneously now it's me, you know, with the Forex course 101, and then it's Javan, it's here, you know, giving the live, right? It's the live session with analysts on demand. So okay, connect with those guys if you want, not mandatory. Talking about trading, right, and analysis, you can ask them, oh, analyze Euro JPY for me, analyze NZD CAT for me, analyze. And yes, Julius is the most beautiful, you know, it's alright, everybody. As always, if you didn't receive the free manual, everybody, send me an email. Alright, it's for free, it doesn't cost you a cent. Otherwise, if you want the free ebook, the little book of trading secrets, that is going to partially explain to you why we have these issues as a retail trader now, talking about mind traps, please visit the website www.fxbossfx. Alright, and today we have how to trade market structure, STRUCTUE, R is missing, you know. And remember, we're going to work on 1, 2, 3, right? Alright, going back to the charts, everybody, classes here. Give me a second. So yesterday we start with euro dollar, right? Euro dollar we talked about. Now let's go on euro dollar daily chart. Alright, now this is the... Yeah, it's not that easy. I agree with you, Marcus. It's not that easy. So we're going to, everybody, we're going to talk about theory, and then we're going to talk about, you know, how to trade market structure. Yes, we're moving the lesson. Okay, so now we have a down market structure, down market wave, right? Now this is extension, everybody, and this is retracement, right? And this is the new extension, then down. Okay, now how to trade the market wave, how to trade market structure, everybody. It's, you can put this into your strategy also, okay? So it's rule number 1. We should, because we tend to get too late, we should enter at the end of retracement. We should enter at the end of retracement, okay? End of retracement. End of retracement is defined by a change in the short-term trend, okay? Stop loss goes in this example above the previous relevant high and take profit equals to 1 per 2, right? Alright, everybody? Hello, Janice. Hello, how are you? Marcus, Max, nice to be here. Pedro, how are you? Julius again, not Javen, but other Julius. Okay, everybody. So end of retracement is here, so it's going to make higher highs, higher low, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, and then it's going to make lower low, lower high, lower low. Alright, this is the end of retracement. Okay, and this is the, we're going to learn about the term about the counter trend line break. Okay, we should enter the end of retracement. End of retracement is defined by change in the shortened trend. Stop loss goes above the previous relevant high, take profit. Now, entry setup on the market wave. Number 1, crown. You're going to learn about crowns, everybody. And number 2, CTB stands for counter trend line break. So when this happens, everybody, your stop loss doesn't go in here. Your stop loss goes up in here. Make sense? Why is that? Because it's the previous. Hello, Date. How are you? Long time no see, Date. How is trading going? And yes, everybody, if you want quicker results, everybody, you know, if you want quicker results, not to waste 2, 3, 4 years to figure out the market, ask for private lessons of the Forex course 101 if you want. Time is an issue, why would you waste it, okay? It's not a must, Forex course 101 is for free, but if you want quicker results, alright, if you want to save on time, you can ask for private classes too. So back to here, everybody. Date, how are you? Long time no see. Date, are you on Teams? I believe you are, right? Everybody connect on Teams with the group of traders community. Douglas is up 50% for the year. Alright, talk to the guys. Okay, and Douglas, by the way, talking about, oh, it's scary. Douglas, it's cleaning swimming pools, everybody. So you could have a job and make it, alright? It's a learnable skill. I'm not saying that it's easy, it's not easy, but you know, if Douglas can make it with the job, you can make it too. And others, you know, we have other traders, you know, student traders, you know, advanced, whatever. Okay? Any questions so far, Dave? Anybody, everybody else? Yes, Shantana, it's in the Fibonacci Mastery. Exactly. Yeah, we have the Fibonacci Mastery twice per year. You know, we have 7. Everybody, if you didn't receive the course catalog, you know, send me an email. You know, Forex course 101, 22, and you have here Fibonacci Mastery, currency index course, learn how to understand the risk, learn how to hedge difficult one, complex, learn how to build a trading system that works, workshop, learn how to build a lazy crypto portfolio that makes money, and then our elite products, you know, it's so on. Okay, all right. Now we are on euro-dollar daily chart, everybody. I'm fine, boss. Trading is hard. Date, ask for help. Trading is hard. Finish the Forex course 101 online on YouTube for free, or ask for private lessons, everybody. Okay, otherwise join courses. Okay. Now we charted yesterday. It's a learnable skill. This is the best news I can tell you, everybody, not just date. You know, it's a learnable skill. Nobody's born a trader. You're going to grow into one. Okay. It really is. It's not that easy, but it really is a learnable skill. Now let's go to charting, and we are going to see how the market wave moves on. So we want to figure out, all right, we've charted the market wave, the market structure trends, everybody, on euro-dollar, on the monthly and on the daily. and we want to understand, right, okay, on the daily, and now where are we, right? What is the market doing, and so on and so on and so on. We need to start from the monthly bands, all right? Now, this is one, all right. Charting rule. Charting rule. Every time frame has its own market structure and its own short-term trends. You're going to think, oh my gosh, you know, when we trade, everybody, we have the 4 time frames. Unless you're a scalper, everybody, unless you're a scalper, when we trade, we have the 4 time frames. See? We have the monthly, the weekly, the 4 hour, should be the daily. We have the daily, and then we have the, this ends the cat, by the way, we had the 4 hour. Why? Because every time frame has its own Fibonacci's, every time frame has its own market wave, market structure trends, and every time frame has its own short-term trends. Okay? That's why it's going to take you a year, more or less, to understand how this market works, because charting takes time. And makes sense, everybody? Studying charts, you as an analyst, like me 20 years ago, I should be 25 now. You know, charting, building charts, and studying charts takes time. Make sense? Now, gladly and fortunately, we love this stuff. You love charts, it's going to be much easier, right? Okay, so this is the monthly, and we need to find the absolute high, the high. Okay, we're going to chart. Remember what we're looking for. We're looking for a change in the short-term trend, all right? Okay, so we are going to start connecting, you know, and you don't need to connect every high and low, but you can, you know, it's not really an issue. So high to low to high, high to low to high. You need to pay attention to the detail. Not every high, not every low, not every candle it's a low, so high, not a low to high, high to low to high, high to low to high. Everybody can see it. And let's see, you know, if this is a retracement, so we can chart the market wave on the daily, right? So this is a high, yes it is, but do we have a low in here, everybody? Is this a low? Type in the chat, yes, it's a low. Type in the chat, no, that's not a low. Can I connect low to high, high to low? Is it the blue, the low, everybody? Type in the chat, what do you think? Is this a low? Yeah, we're learning how to chart right now, exactly. You got it, Max? John is here. Hello, John. Also, long time no see. Yeah, I have two streaming platforms, everybody. Is this a low? Shantana, Olga, Dade, Mo, Harris, Alexander, Melissa, Paulo, Paul. Olga says, no, it's not. Exactly. So because this is not a low, I need to go to high, 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 high. Right? Make sense, everybody? This is a high. Okay, boss, I don't get it. That's a high, but not a low, not a low. So what I'm going to do? I'm going to connect this low to this high, agreed? Make sense, everybody? Now, we have an issue, right? This is how we learn how to chart, everybody. We have an issue because this high is higher than this high, agreed? And then, do we agree also that this, after this high, we have a lower low? Agreed here? So, yes, this is what's called a false break. So in charting, everybody, we are going to what it's called readjust. We're going to readjust the trend, makes sense? I'm readjusting the sequence. Boss, why did you readjust? Because if this, everybody, yeah, okay. Boss, you're going too fast. All right, give me a second. And where we were here, go back. All right. So do we all agree that this is a high and this high is higher than the high on the left, yes? If, now listen up, try to stay with me, focus, brain power. What's the logic? If after this high there would be a higher low, then we would chart a higher low, and if after this higher low would be even a higher high, then we would chart this higher high and we would say, oh, this downtrend on the left was broken. Does this make sense? Yes? Alright. Analyst, this is an analyst stuff, but because you have a higher high, yes, we have, this high is higher than this high, but we don't have any other higher low or higher high. That's the why I am going to put this high, I'm continuing the sequence, I'm going to put this high up to here. In a downtrend, the sequence still continues, agreed? I have a lower high, lower low, still lower high, and then going to the next lower low. Agreed, everybody? Is the sequence continuing? Does this make sense? And here we go. Low to high, high to low, low to high, high to low, low to high, and we are done, right? The downtrend stops. Agreed, everybody? So on euro dollar daily chart, this is the first down extension leg. Agreed, everybody? From here to here. All right. Now we are looking for a retracement, right? And there we go. We go to low to high. Did you rewatch, everybody, the videos 2 or 3 times? So low to high, high to low, and low to higher high, right? Others inside in here are not relevant. Remember, not relevant. A trend is a sequence of highs and lows. Okay, now this is now, where is the, oh, it was on the weekly, right? Oh, here, give me a second. Now we are going to enter the market, we're going to trade the down market wave. We need to see charting rule. Okay, so it's here, entry setup. We need to see the crown and a counter trendline break. So that's the, let's see if we have a crown and a counter trendline break, everybody. Yeah, we're going to learn, you know, so it's a trend line, right? We're going to extend the trend line, and we are going to short the market. You know, crown, it's when the market makes a lower low. So before we say, oh, so down extension, retracement, before we say, oh, a new extension has started, right? We need to see a lower low, right? Change in the shortened trend, we need to see a lower low. We trained this for the last 2 sessions. We need to see a lower low on the relevant low. Pay attention to the detail, everybody. Not every low is relevant. This is where you make mistakes. Me too. This is where we make mistakes, okay? Relevant low, and then we're going to short the market wave, right? Or what is called the market structure. Now, I need to chart as a good analyst. This is a skill you're trying to get in the first year, everybody. I'm going to put a rectangle on this low, and I'm going to monitor the market, monitor the market, monitor the market, monitor the market. See how easily is to lose money, everybody? You believe that you're in a downtrend, but the market didn't break the relevant low. See how this goes? All of those are not relevant, everybody. And if you didn't check the previous lesson, download these first 10 lessons are is the foundation. Those are the most important lessons. Learn the concept and the rules. One of the foundational concepts, non-relevant highs and lows are not a representation of a pattern. Wow, I mean, this is huge for you to understand. Make sense? You short the market in here, you do whatever you want to do. This is not the representation on a downtrend on the daily chart. Could be on the 4 hour, 2 hour, not on the daily. Alright? Why not, boss? Again, because this is the relevant low. That's the relevant high. Those are the black and white rules, not subject to interpretation. You don't got to choose, I'm sorry to tell you, you know, because a trend is a sequence. This is why 90% of world population loses in this game, for lack of a better word. Does this make sense? The market has a logic how it moves, but you need to listen to the rules. It's like playing the chess, you know. Oh, I don't agree. It's all good, you know. Make sense? But the market has a lot. Somebody say, oh, I don't agree in here, you know, it's a downtrend. If it works for you, it's good, it's alright. But I'm telling everybody, so here we are, right? And here. Now, do we have the counter trend line break, everybody? In the circle, type in the chat, hedge fund trader Olga, hedge fund trader Date, and the other guys on the other streaming platform. Do we have a counter trend line break and do we have a crown? Type in the chat yes and yes, or yes and no. Does this on the chart look like to you this in theory? The market must crown, meaning the market must break the relevant low. Did the market break the relevant low? We said this is the entry setup. You can use this setup for your strategy when you're building your strategy. Yes and no, yes and no. Waiting for YouTubers. Yes and no. No and no. No and no. Are you sure no and no? John, don't you have a counter trend line break? Everybody, we didn't learn trend lines. For you to have a counter trend line break, you must see a whole body candle on the other side of the trend line. Alright? Do we have a counter trend line break? You know? And the crown. Olga says not yet. Everybody, if you said yes and no, it's correct. So yes, we do have a counter trend line break, but no, we don't have a crown. Alright? See how important is, everybody? I cannot emphasize enough. See how important is for you to understand relevant highs and lows? If you say, this is spatial intelligence, it takes some time. Don't judge yourself. It's a learnable skill, but it's practice, practice, practice. You need to really study the charts. You know? Today the big lesson is, if I wouldn't identify relevant highs and lows, then I would say, oh, the market left tip, you didn't learn this, but when you learn left tip, center tip, oh, lower low, the market has crowned. Can you see the red one? Left tip, center tip, right tip. You would think, oh yeah, I have an entry setup. the circular low, it's lower than this low in here, and you would short the market, and after you short the market, after you short them, it's back in time, we are all the same, don't worry. Once we short the market, what happened? What happened? We had a loser because we entered into trades with non-relevant highs and lows. I cannot emphasize how this is important in the very beginning. Understanding the logic behind how a trend forms. This is the basics, very basics of price action. The understanding on how trend forms. And the understanding the sequence. A trend is a sequence. And in this understanding that the market in between the relevant highs and lows, that has a logic, you know, there is many price action, but it's called noise, meaning it's not relevant to the pattern. So we enter entries that are not really there, and because we do this, we put stop loss levels at the wrong place. And now you have one of the biggest reasons why 90% of doctor, lawyers, movie stars, pilots, accountants, gardeners, Uber drivers, physicians, dentists, bakers, restaurant owners lose. Does this make sense? All around the world, Japan, Alaska, Croatia, Finland, Brazil, Canada, USA, you know, make sense everybody? This is the why. Maybe it's bad education, maybe it's wrong education, maybe me as a trader, as an analyst, I'm not that dedicated yet, you know, maybe, you know, I'm John who comes home, and John is just a name I'm inventing, you know, I'm going home after 12 hours of hard working, you know, or Chago cleaning swimming pools under the sun and rain and cold, you know, this is why it's not that difficult, but you know, it's also not that easy because I'm using brain power. Does this make sense? In this profession, you must pay attention to the detail. Does this make sense to you? And of course, the higher time frame, the less the pip, it's important, but relevant highs and lows. Make sense, everybody? So, you teach me how to make money. Well, today it's kind of, I'm giving you a biscuit, right? You know, charting, so entry set up on the market wave. I need to see, you can use it for your strategy, everybody. I'm going to enter with the crown and the counter trend line break, and I'm going to put the stop loss above the previous high. Alright, so no setup in here. Let's continue to check. Yeah, any questions? Olga, David, Max, Date, Mo, Alexander, John, Paul, Paolo, Marcus, Avelino maybe is here. You know, any questions? No, right? So back to here, everybody, and after we clarify that no, we didn't have a setup, all right? So yes, take some time. Okay, stay with me, everybody, right? Now, if we agree, if we understand that this is the relevant high of the retracement and this is the relevant low of the retracement, then can you see? So the next high, if there is, because we don't see the future, when we chart we don't see the future, but if I would be here, you know, if this would be a deeper retracement, the next high must be a, exactly, it must be a higher high. Does this make sense? And of course, the next low must also be a higher low. Agreed, everybody? So I'm looking at price action and I'm going to say, all right, now this is the next higher low. Agreed. Do we have higher lows, right? So I don't need to waste my time charting. See, this is a waste of time. I don't need I'm monitoring, spatially I'm monitoring the market, but I don't need to waste my time, you know, connecting highs and lows and higher highs and higher lows and lower highs. I don't need to waste my time charting the market way because all of those are not relevant. A trend is a sequence. And then, of course, long story short, everybody, finally we get to the higher high, right? We get to the higher high. Okay, do you see the higher high in here? Is this a higher high, everybody? There you go. So I'm going to connect now the green one, right? The green one. One more time, starting from the change in the shortened trend. Low to high, high to low. It's a higher low. Low to high, higher high. High to low, higher low. Low to high. Make sense, everybody? Boss, why that one and not the other one? Because you don't choose. Does this make sense, everybody? We don't choose. This is a high. It's a central candle with 2 candles on the left and 2 candles on the right. Same story down here. Why this low? You don't choose. It's the lower low, right? In a sequence. Higher high, higher low. If I put this low here, based on rules, is this a higher low? Yes, it is. Now it's not. What about the circle? Can you see, everybody, what you're doing? This is homeostasis. This is in the advanced course, the advanced institutional course, you're going to learn about that you have an innate drive to not to make it in this business. The innate drive to stay the same. Now, this low, I'm moving the mouse, of course it's a higher low compared to this low, right? But what about the low on the right? Make sense? So this is the only and only correct higher low. And now we go here, everybody, and we continue to chart, right? We continue to chart, we continue to connect highs and lows, high to low, low to high, high to low, low to high. This is the higher high, right? Okay. Now we go back to trend lines, low. Give me a second, everybody. Is this a rectangle just? All right. So low goes to, we didn't learn yet, but we're going to learn in the future lessons. I'm going to extend the trend line. The first one goes from here to, I believe, here. Whoops. All right. And talking about more aggressive one, the next one goes here to up to here. Okay, everybody? And if we zoom in, everybody, give me a second. I'm going to delete this and this and this and this and this. All right. Now, what is the setup? The setup is, what is the setup before we enter the market? I want to see a crown, meaning the market breaking the relevant low and a counter trend line break, right? Now, do we have a crown? Uptrend, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, bam! Everybody, do we have a crown? Does the circle on the left look like more or less similar to the circle on the right? Does the circle on the left, which is theory, look like somehow similar to the circle on the right? Type in the chat, what do you think? You can say, no, these two different stories, or yeah, no, maybe it looks like, it's... What do you think? I'm going to wait for the YouTubers, student traders on YouTube to answer first, everybody. Is this circle kind of... Hedge fund trader date, what do you think? Hedge fund trader Olga, what do you think? And remember, everybody, if you need help, you can ask for private lessons of the Forex course 101. Okay? To shorten the time, No, you don't need to do this for 1 year, try it for 1 month, whatever. Make sense? Try it for 1 month. How much? Now you got, if I tell you $100, it's alright? $100 for 1 month, me and you, 1 hour per week. Try it for 1 month. What can I tell you? No, not mandatory. You have the course, it's for free, 1 year. The advanced course is something different. It looks similar, yes it does, exactly. Whoops, what did I do? Give me a second, everybody. I believe I out. Okay, so yes, right, alright. So we're going to, here we're going to enter, okay? I could be more specific on the rules. Entry setup on the market wave crown. So we are going to say, okay, let's be more specific. Okay, so entry setup continuation. I will enter at the counter trend line break on the right tip of the crown, or the retracement on the crown, everybody. I'm going to explain to you. Alright, it's another rule if you can use. So the market has crowned, made a lower low, and I'm going to enter on the retracement on the right tip of the crown, meaning if this is the left tip of the crown, this is the high, this is the center tip, the market has crowned now. So I'm going to, I'm going to put the counter trend line break on the right tip of the crown, which is this one, and then the market. In this example, we're going to have losing trades too, everybody. Okay, be humble. The market is not that benevolent, like, you need to make, I'm not sure if Shantana is here, you need to make okay to have losing trades too, make sense? Okay, if you're following the rules, if you do everything alright, if you follow the strategy, if you don't do something stupid, this is the Forex course 202 conversation, random distribution wise, you can do everything right, and you can still lose, Forex course 202 conversation, and you can do everything wrong, break all the concepts, and you can still win. This is a phenomena. This is the advanced institutional trader course knowledge. This is the phenomena called random distribution. Okay, so we won on this crown. Make it okay. Try to understand that you are going to have losing trades. Makes sense? Anyway, this is the setup on the strategy, and we have here the rule. We should enter at the end of retracement. End of retracement is defined by the change in the shortened trend. Stop loss goes above the previous relevant high. Take profit 1 per 2, unless we counted the Fibonacci, right? So this would be, everybody, this would be the entry, and now very slowly, I'm going to delete a few things. Very slowly, I'm going to chart the market wave on the euro-dollar daily chart. So, market wave, extension, retracement. Alright, the orange one, can you see it? Extension, retracement, market wave. This is the relevant high. This is the relevant low. This is the relevant high. Okay, I'm going to delete the others. We were talking about the shortened trend before and how not to lose entering in, non-relevant highs and lows. So I'm going to delete the monthly band just for you to see. So where is the short position? That's the entry. Stop loss goes above the previous relevant high, everybody, not the most recent one. Pay attention. And here here trading is going to help me risk reward ratio. I want to go 1 per 2. Give me a second. 1 per 2, there you go. Or okay, 1 per 1.5. Well, this is 1 and 2, right? So let me double check, everybody, how this goes. just graphically, this is 1. We're going to risk 1 euro, 1 dollar, 1 Bitcoin, 1 Lambo, and we want to make 2 dollars, 2 euros, 2 Bitcoins, 2. Oh, it's true, it's 1. Okay, so I need to get lower, everybody. Trading is correct. 1 per 2, 1 per 2, 1 per 2, 1 per 2, there you go. Okay, so this would be 1, right? Stop loss above in here. Okay, and now we're taking the right, and monitoring, whoops, monitoring the market. What are we looking for? Boss, what do you mean? When we are charting the market wave, the weekly it's easy, you know, it's not a lot price action, easy to spot. The monthly, you don't even have retracements and extension, it's just a shortened trend. The smaller the time frame, the more time consuming it gets, because you must start at the monthly band. Okay, so charting the market wave we're looking for. Anybody on the other streaming platform, YouTube maybe, it's too soon. Paul, exactly, a change in the short-term trend. We are looking for, everybody, when you are building your charts and when you are studying the chart, and I highly suggest you to do so, you are looking for changes in the short-term trend. Okay? And you are looking to readjust short-term trends, so they need to be readjusted, and so on and so on. So, everybody, can you do this? Is this difficult? So we can see right now, right? We can see that, oh, there are lower lows, lower highs, you know, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs. Do we agree, everybody, that from the... Yes, Julius, give me a second. We have one Julius, not Javen, but the other one. Everybody, I'm going to explain to the guys, give me a second. Everybody, do we agree that from the vertical line on the left we were in a downtrend, and on the vertical line on the right we are in an uptrend? Do we agree on that? Do we agree that from the vertical line on the left we were in a downtrend, lower lows or highs, and a vertical line on the from the vertical line on the right we were in an uptrend? Can you spatially see this, everybody? Type in the chat, yes, or type in the chat, no, it's all downtrend, you know, it's, you don't see, I mean, do we agree? Can you see it? Paul is saying like, yes, Paul, give me a second. The first, I know I'm boring, but the first 10 lessons is going to be the base of your success as a trader. Nandozi, did you connect with Javen, with Julius? Julius is doing the streaming for Nigeria. Nandozi, if you can spread the... Everybody, if you're from Nigeria, if you can tell the Nigerian traders, students, analysts that Julius is doing the stream for Nigeria. Shantana says yes. Hello. Hello, Shantana. How are you? Shantana, are you building the Fibonacci, Shantana? Are you building the Fibonacci in the Excel I gave you guys? By the way, applause to Shantana. Shantana, it's in the Forex course 101, everybody. But she invested and she's in the Fibonacci Mastery course. Alright? And part of the Fibonacci Mastery course, everybody, we help you. You know, we help you here with the numbers, with the A, B, C, D on the Fibonacci's, right? So here we have Boss, Douglas, Heraldo, Javen too. You know, Mattia. Mattia, it's not so. Everybody, yeah, those guys had the homework to put the Fibonacci's, not the CD but AB. Not to waste too much time of our class. Okay, if not, Shantana, call Melissa. Melissa's going to help you, right? Don't be shy, don't be shy. We're all nice people. Melissa, it's nice. Shantana, it's nice. All right. Okay, everybody. So what Julius, not Javen, the other Julius, you know, and Paul are asking, you know, why those 2 10 lessons are the foundation of your success? Because of these tiny things, right? Extension, retracement. Now look what is going to happen here. Extension. Look now, everybody. Look now. Is this a retracement? Thank you, Julius. Thank you, Paul. Those guys were asking, wait. If I'm charting highs and lows, low to high, high to low, low to high, high to low, low to high, high to low. Here I have higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. And also here I have higher high, higher low, higher high. Boss, why those are not part of the market wave is the question. Everybody? Is this a retracement on the market wave? Type in the chat, yes, this is a retracement on the market wave, or type in the chat, no, this is not a retracement on the market wave. See why those first 10 lessons are the foundation of you becoming a professional trader, a successful trader? There are a lot of details. This is why you come to the advanced course. You are going to pay, it's not for free. Oh boss, please. No, I can, but I don't want to. You are going to pay because I'm going to put into business, not a joke anymore. You can try, so I'm trying. You're going to try in Forex course 101. I'm trying to be a trader, you know. In the advanced course, you are not going to waste my time. No. Olga says no. Applause to Olga. Very good. So if this is not a retracement on the market wave, what is this a retracement on? And I'm going to tell you because I'm out of time, everybody. You know, it's noise. This is a retracement on the short-term trend. Remember we talked about that the short-term trend has relevant lows and highs too? Can you see it here? Okay. Now, one more thing and then it's going to be easy, okay? Try to understand that if this same price action would happen down in here, the same price action would happen down in here, then this would be a different story. Why? Who knows why? Who knows why? Who knows why? Whoops, what did I do? Give me a second. Back to the right. Boss, I don't know. Because the market broke the... Now this time because the market broke the relevant... I mean the market confirmed the relevant low on the market wave. See how this goes? Boss, I don't get it. We talked about, and don't worry, we're going to keep repeating this thousands of times, right? So we talked about yesterday, be patient and try to figure out, try not to mix apples with bananas. Be very careful, you need to pay attention to the detail that you are not mixing market wave with short-term trends. Those two are two different patterns. Okay? So, that being the case, when I'm charting the market wave, this is the relevant high of the market wave, this is the relevant low of the market wave, this is the relevant high of the market wave. So now the market is on a new extension, lower lows, lower highs. Of course, I'm paying attention to the detail and I'm focusing, alright, this is the level that I'm looking for. Make sense, everybody? As an analyst. This is what interests me because when the market breaks the relevant low on the market wave for a pip. The extension is confirmed and now I'm waiting for a new retracement. Does this make sense? Boss, help me out. Okay, so psychological, see, we're not even in the advanced course, it's already psychological rule. Help me with English, everybody, if I make a mistake. Only when the market breaks or only when the market makes a new lower low, in this case down market wave and a new lower low, only then wait for a retracement to look for. Make sense, everybody? Now this is psychology. Looks like technical stuff, it's really not. So if I'm here, everybody, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, higher high, higher low, and now I'm here, the new extension started, confirmed, you know, I don't need to waste my time. Make sense, everybody? Nothing wrong, but why would I wait for, you know, new confirmations, whatever, because stop loss goes anyway up in here, you know. It's not wrong, but it doesn't serve you. Make sense? Exactly, no, it's not. So only now, everybody, whoops, I'm going to delete this one. Only now I'm going to, so with this understanding, you know, this is not a retracement on the market wave. This is not a retracement on the market wave, right? Delete a few things, everybody. Out. All right, only now, right? If I zoom out, only now. Can you see, everybody? Made a lower low, up, out. I want you to delete a few things, everybody. Delete. Okay. So we have a new market wave. I'm going to delete a few things, everybody. Give me a second. Out, for you to see. Charting the market wave. Out. All right. Extension, retracement. Agreed? Now, do we have a counter trendline break again? Yes, we do. And do we have a crown? Left tip, center tip, right tip, crown. Yes, we do. Okay, now, do we have an entry on the crown? Remember the entry setup, everybody? Do we have an entry on the crown? So I'm going to move fast forward, right? We're almost out of 10. Anyway, homework, chart. Tomorrow you are going to confirm with me if you have the correct market wave. So today we are joining two lessons. We are charting and we are trying to understand how to trade the market structure. But I want you to do the homework and you're going to tell me, oh, is the market wave on the daily chart down or is the market wave on the daily chart up? Okay, that's on you. You need to do the homework. Chart, do the homework, charting here, try to figure out what is what, make the mistakes, ask questions. All right. So setup, right? Setup, where is the setup? I will enter the counter trendline break on the right tip of the crown. Yeah, we had the crown. Yes, we had the counter trendline, this one, but we don't have the counter trendline on this crown. Everybody, make sense? Yes, we do have. Well, we can debate, but it should be whole body candle. We have wicks. See here the tails. Make sense, everybody? So no entry, and then the market went back up. Even if you would enter, even if you would short the market here, make a mistake as an analyst, it's all good. Your stop loss would go, everybody, up in here. Make sense? Up in here the stop loss. because this down market wave is confirmed, right? Okay, so now charting, we have a few more minutes, everybody. Charting, you know, this was the downtrend, right? Higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. We have now lower low, lower high, lower low. I'm going to delete the crown, and then the market made higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. Not a high, not a high, that's a high, that's a low, that's a high. So I need to readjust this. Make sense, everybody? Similarly as we did back in here, remember here, if you were late, rewatch the lesson, download it. The same way we readjusted in here, you know, the trend, it's a sequence. All of those are not relevant highs and lows. This is the trend. All right, you need to readjust the trend, everybody, because it must be a sequence, right? So high to low, high to low, high to low. This is the next high, so this is going to be the low, and I'm going to readjust, everybody. See here the green? I'm going to readjust low to high, high to low, low to high. Okay, so high, low to high, high to low, low to high, high to low. This is now the trend, see? Why, boss? Why? I don't get it. Because it must be a sequence. High, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. Is this a sequence? Yes, it is. If you put this high to here, and if you put this low to here, you don't have a sequence of an uptrend anymore. Does this make sense? The first 10 lessons of this course is the foundation of your success. Not the Fibonacci, which comes in about 6 months, not support, resistance, pivot points, not retracement trading, not timing. The first 10 lessons is the foundation, is the understanding of price action. And it's rule-based, and it's based on logic. You know? But I don't like it. That's why this profession has a 90% failure rate. Do you believe there are doctors, lawyers, movie stars, pilots, dentists, baker? Do you believe all of this folk is stupid? It's not stupid. But they don't follow, you know, it's makes sense, everybody? Alright, thank you very much for today. I'm sorry we had technical problems. We solved the issues, everybody. It's not going to happen again. See you back tomorrow. Tomorrow it's our last lesson of this week. So we're going to confirm the market wave on the daily. Find the most recent one. Alright? Thank you very much. See you tomorrow. This is the boss, signing off.